Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to another athletic parent training video here on the YouTube channel. So I'm James, I run the Athletic Parent Project through Evans Performance Training. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a key issue that relates to parent training, and this is why do parents struggle and fail so much when it comes to their fitness goals. So we're going to dive straight into this. I'm going to bring up the iPad screen, and in this talk I'm going to identify the key reason I believe why most parents fail, and also talk to you about the athletic parent training splits that we use within the Athletic Parent Project with my clients to get them achieving their fitness goals in a sustainable, efficient and reliable way. So let's dive into this. So why do we fall? In order to learn to pick ourselves back up. So what is it that parents have to learn, and why are we struggling so much as parents to achieve our fitness goals? I'm going to write one key word on the screen here, bring the pen up, and it is this: routine. Humans are creatures of habit. We thrive in routine. When a baby comes along and a child, it massively disrupts that routine. A lot of people believe this is just in that sort of first 6 month stage, where most parents will say is the most difficult stage of parenthood. Granted, you've got toddler years to come yet. If you're like me, baby's 8 months old. We've got those terrible twos and toddler years to deal with. But so far, my experience is that first few months is really, really tough. We're in a very nice phase at the moment. It's all smiling and everything. So if you are in that sort of survival mode, don't worry, it does get better. But it is where our routine is the most disrupted, because we've come out of a nice, stable, steady routine into absolute pandemonium and chaos. So why is this so important? Well, what we tend to try and do, and I fell into this trap a little bit, is we try and go back to our usual training routine. We try to go back to what we were doing before. I quickly realised that this wasn't sustainable and wasn't going to work, and used my expertise and knowledge to develop a routine that worked for me, that was flexible, sustainable and reliable, and would bring me results. And we're going to dive into training splits, because this is where the key problem lies. And what a lot of people will try and do is sort of your typical chest, tries and shoulders, back and bis, legs, and it might be something like lower, upper, or there's a lot of different variations. You also got your push-pull legs routines, push, pull, legs, and then it might be an upper and a lower. This is not sustainable for most parents. It's not sustainable for me, and I've got a gym at home. Reason being, one, if you lose a session, so say Tuesday gets knocked out, kid gets ill, you have to miss that training session. You then got 7 days till you're going to hit most of those muscle groups again. If it's 7 days since you last hit it, 2 weeks before you're going to hit that muscle group again, we're not going to progress very quickly towards our goals doing that. In bodybuilding, the reason for this sort of routine is because we want to hit quite high volumes in order to stimulate muscle group. Not high volume in terms of loads and reps, but we're going to do quite a lot of exercises on individual muscle groups or movement body parts in order to develop that muscle group. As an athletic parent, my goal is not to get as big as possible or to look like a bodybuilder. My goal is to look, feel and move as athletic as I can, and I will maintain that throughout my life. What we use on the Athletic Parent Project, and it is super simple. It's gone out of fashion in the fitness industry big time, but it is as easy as this. Full body. Full body sessions, in my opinion, are a parent's biggest weapon. Okay? You might do one on a Monday, one on a Wednesday, and then one on a weekend. The reason being now is if one of these sessions gets taken out, we're going to hit most movements and muscle groups within the other 2 sessions. We're going to move the big rocks in every session, and therefore we're not going to miss out on as much training gains as we otherwise would. Now, we don't have to do the same session 3 times. We can change this up. So this could be a squat day. This could be a deadlift or hinge. This could be a single leg as our main lower body exercise. We don't have a main upper body. It might be a bench press, a pull-up, a row. You then probably want to pick 2 assistance exercises, and this will probably be inverse movements of what you've just done. So we might have a pull-in movement and then some sort of hamstring based movement in the squat session, the same across the board for the others. And then anything between 2 and 4 accessory lifts. Now this might be your more hypertrophy based stuff, so like your leg extensions, bicep curls, stuff that's going to focus on individual muscle groups. It might be core work, it might be some sort of rotation, just stuff that is going to move the needle across the board, and then we can vary this up across each session. I know it's super simple and it's not the complicated answer that everyone probably wants it to be on social media, but full body sessions allow parents time to train in an efficient and effective manner, but then also it's sustainable. Because if we miss a session, which we will always inevitably have to do, I think I've hit a full training week since I've become a dad, probably only 40 to 50% of the weeks that I actually train. Every other week, something has come up that's mean a session's had to be cut short or moved. Okay. With this, you can always at least hit 1 to 2 sessions of full body work and get a good training session. If we want to do cardio, I prefer to do cardio on other days, but we can add finishers onto the end of sessions, or we could just add in a run here or a run here. Just make sure we get 1 to 2 days of rest a week at least. Sorry, 2 to 3 days of rest a week at least. So if that resonated with you, if you feel like it's something you want to explore, then please jump over to one of my social channels, message me the word parent, I'll get in touch and we can go through all the details of the Athletic Parent Project. If you want to ask me any questions, just drop in the comments below. I'll monitor them regularly and get back to you. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you hit subscribe.